Hello, I'm Fred Darbone. I'm one of the co-founders of the DSM Discovery Group, along with Phil Hodgen of RDG Planning and Design here in Des Moines. And today we are having a conversation with Umar Sheraz, who is going to be our presenter in our February 17th DSM Discovery Group. Umar Sheraz is an innovation policy analyst and futurist based in Pakistan. He's the senior research officer at the Center for Policy Studies at Comstats University in Islamabad. He brings academic and professional experience in the arena of innovation and futures thinking. He's designed and led dozens of international foresight and scenario planning workshops in Pakistan, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Iran, and Nepal to facilitate the making of real-world strategic decisions by corporations, government agencies, and universities. Now, on the 17th of February, in our workshop that he's titled Exploring Assumptions About the Future, he's going to help us understand how it's normal to make assumptions in our daily lives and then to make assumptions about the future. He tells us that making assumptions about the future is not a problem, but believing that they are facts can be. This workshop will explore the role of assumptions and the use of topics that are proposed by the participants to explore alternative images of the future. Umar, we are so glad that you took the time to join us today, and we want to ask you a couple questions and learn more about what's coming.
Hello, Fred, and thank you very much for creating this dialogue space. Also, thank you very much for those really warm words and great introduction. I look forward to the February 17 and talking with folks there.
Yes, we're glad to have you. And so as we think about your topic and we look ahead, how do we make assumptions about the future? And what purpose do these assumptions serve?
Well, Fred, I think that's a great question and a very important topic, especially in a post-COVID-19 world. Making assumptions about the future is natural, it is necessary. Uh, Whether we realize it or we do not, we actively construct the future and our sense of possibility through these anticipatory assumptions. Assumptions are essentially fixed expectations of how we believe tomorrow will unfold. This is how we think tomorrow will happen. So, for example, we are at a very pivotal moment in history. We have a new president in the White House, and we expect, depending on which side we are on the political divide, we expect good things to happen, or we're expecting worst case scenario to unfold. So same phenomena, it's just our worldview, our assumptions, and they create the future space. So it's very, very important that this underlying foundation for our future plans is checked. It's very important to, reconsider it while we look at the future. Uh, there are other assumptions also in the post-COVID world, which I think are very important. For example, most of us are now thinking that 2021 will be better than 2020 for the global economy. How have we made this assumption? What if this doesn't prove correct? Then where are we? And then there are other assumptions as well. So, for example, we always think that national borders will remain the same. The dollar or the euro or other money, they will their value will be the same. It's very easy for these assumptions to become invisible, and yet they shape our perception and experience of the world. So very important that we check these assumptions. And I invite the audience and the people who are listening to this broadcast that please do join us on February 17th, and we will explore your particular assumptions about particular topics.
Great. So as we think about this, and that's a good segue into asking, how will this workshop help us better understand and work with our own assumptions?
Fred, for the past 1 year in the lockdown, I have had the opportunity to visit the way foresight has been is practiced in different parts of the world. And one thing which I noticed, especially in the USA, that a lot of times people just look at trends and they rush towards scenario planning. This is how usually foresight is done in this part of the world. I believe that there's a big loop here because I think there's a need to deconstruct today, our perceptions about today, the way we look at today. I think that is very, very important. Otherwise, when we start thinking about the future, when we start creating our scenarios, we start and we take with us the baggage of the past, the baggage of the present. We do not account for the dark spots, the gray areas, and we carry that baggage with us as when we look towards the future. And then we're sometimes surprised, why doesn't our planning not work properly? I think that is a big loophole, and I intend to address that when we have this workshop on February the 17th. So thank you very much again.
Wonderful. Is there anything else you want to add?
Well, there's so much. 1.5 hours is less, but I think in the workshop we'll have. And what I strongly suggest my participants is to come with an open mind. We will decolonize the future. That is what we'll attempt to do. So come with an open mind and come with specific topics that you would like to discuss. So I would love to hear more about, so if you want to discuss what is the future of Bitcoin, or what is the future of the presidency, how will America look in the next 10 years? I would welcome such questions, and we'll try to, address them and look at what the assumptions are and what sort of scenarios emerge in such futures. So look forward to it.
So people will get a chance to, for a practical application of the concepts.
Practical applications. I'm a academic, and that's what I intend to do. Practical, applications of academic work. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Umar. We will look forward to the 17th, and everybody watch for the invitation that will go out around the 1st of February, and we will see you then. Thank you again, Umar.